Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited to be doing a review on this Etude House Double Lasting Foundation. I've been wanting to try some of their cosmetic items. I do use their sunscreen and I really like it, so I went ahead and bought me this foundation off of their website, so definitely really excited to try this out. Before we do get started, let's go ahead and go on to Etude's website just to get a little bit more information on this product here, and also just to show you the color ranges on this. The color ranges are not the best because again they are a Korean brand, so they do cater to their Asian audience over there, so their shades are not going to be as deep as they are over here in the US, so just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and go over to Etude House website.
Alrighty, so here we are on Etude House website, and this is again for the Double Lasting Foundation. This is a 24-hour lasting foundation. As you can see here with the SPF 34 PA++, you do get 1.05 ounces of product in the little glass bottle there, and this is the first Touch Taste Strong Foundation. And let me give you a little bit more information. It says it has an intense coverage. It's the double shot technology, so basically you apply one layer and it's the same as if you're applying 2 coats of foundation. It has a magnet-like adherence, so it's supposed to like adhere to your skin like a magnet without looking heavy or cakey. Again, it does have 12 shades, but the shade range isn't the best. It is again targeted to Asian skin tone, so they are a little bit lighter. The darkest shade I did get was amber, so we'll see how that fits there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and leave them linked down below in the info bar, so if you want to come check them out. And again, here is their color system, and it does show all of their shade range here, going from rosy pure. They do have pinky and yellow bases here for the lights and all that. The amber was only in the neutral base, so we'll see how that fits. But again, I'll leave them linked down below so you can come check them out, or if you do want to purchase their foundation.
Okay, so I got mine in the shade amber here, and it's not as deep as this. When I first got this, I was like, oh my goodness, this is really dark for my skin tone. But once I opened it up, it's really, the shade doesn't really compare to the color here. Again, I got mine in the shade number 7 amber, and unfortunately for the deepest shade they only had it in neutral. They didn't have it in a yellow or pink undertone, so I'm hoping this will maybe match me. We'll see. But let's go ahead and get started on here. So I'm definitely excited of all the claims that it does say that it does, so let's go ahead and apply it. And as always, I'm going to be applying a primer on only half of my face. I'm going to do primer on the right side of my face and no primer on the left side, just to see how it does with and without primer. So let me go ahead and put that on here. And I'm using the Beauty Bar Flawless Silk Primer. Here is the bottle. It's a very nice thick frosted glass bottle, little cap here, and it does have a pump on it. I do like that the bottle has a nice weight to it. It's not like flimsy or anything like that. And with this you do get 1.05 ounces of product. So let me start applying it to my face. I'm going to be using it with a beauty blender. Just apply it to the back here. It's actually nice. It's not thick, it's actually a little bit on the runny side. And this does have SPF in it as well, SPF 34. Okay, so there is one layer of foundation. It's a I only applied maybe like 2 pumps, but it's very thin on the face. It doesn't feel heavy at all. As you can see, definitely the comparison on here looks very different. Definitely did cover up the redness that I did have a little bit. So I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit just so you can see a little bit closer on my face here. So definitely did nice on the coverage. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. This side is with primer and no primer on this side. Actually, this is one full pump. I probably did a little bit less than one pump on the other side. I'm looking really, really white on camera. I'm hoping it doesn't really look like that. Hoping it's just maybe just the lights on here because it's looking really, really pale. But here's both sides, and I still have some foundation left over. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in again. Again, only one layer of foundation. Not bad. But I definitely still see some peeking of my sunspots here, and then this little pimple there that I have. So I'm going to see if I can cover them up with a little bit more foundation. Okay, so as you can see, it's very dewy on the skin. I'll let it just dry down a little bit. I'm going to zoom you back in a little bit real quick. So there is, if it'll focus, did a little bit better covering the sunspots. It's looking pretty good so far. It's looking really good on this side of the nose with no primer. Let me see if I could just blend this out a little bit more. I'm thinking it's looking way better on the non-primer side than it is with the primer side. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup real quick, and then I will bring you guys back in just to see how it looks afterwards, to see if maybe if it oxidizes a little bit or anything like that. So see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I'm back. So this is the finished look. It is currently 10 away. I did put on the foundation, I think when I first put on it was about 9:13, so it did take me a little while because I was doing another review for the mascara here. So once those two videos do go up, I'll link them both together so you guys can see. Anyways, back to the foundation. It looked like it did okay. Still looking a little bit on the white side and everything, but it's not as bad as it was looking when I had first applied. I was looking super pale, you guys. It was terrible, but it looks pretty good so far. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys back in just so you guys can see how it's looking on the skin. So there is the forehead. It's looking good on both of the sides. Primer side on this side, no primer on this side. It's looking fairly good on both sides. I think I might have a little bit more coverage on the side with the primer though. So let me just stand up. There is the nose here. I really don't like how it's sitting here, like on the crevices of the nose. I'm trying to get closer. But it's not looking bad. Pores are looking really good. I think this side with no primer, it's sitting a little bit funky on the pore size. Definitely liking it a little bit more with primer. But here is the pores on the cheeks. Looking good on both sides. Not looking cakey at all. So it's definitely looking really nice on the skin. It's sitting really nice. Aside from the nose, from the no primer side, I'm really liking the way it's looking, this foundation. But I will be wearing this again during the whole day. I will come back in the nighttime, check in, let you guys know my final thoughts on it. Just to let you guys know, I did powder just the T-zone. But again, it's looking really good. And actually, I'm going to be doing that little test that they did here to see if I have any like foundation, any rub off. Let's see, did it rub off? I think it rubbed off a little bit on the side with primer, but on the side with no primer, it's looking like it holds up really good. So it's good to know. So I will see you guys later on tonight on my last check-in, and I will see you guys then. Alright, so this is the last check-in. It is currently 8 o'clock, so the foundation has been on for about 10 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and just zoom you in a little bit, just so you can see how the foundation is sitting on the face. I was looking in the mirror a little while ago, and if you can see here, I feel like there's like a little patch here. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's looking a little bit cakey. A little patch here on the side with no primer, but with the side with primer, it looks fine. I'm really liking the way it looks on the cheek still. I do have to let you guys know that I did blot before I actually came on camera because I was looking fairly greasy. So yeah, it's looking nice on the side with the primer. It's still looking like the pores are clogged on this side with no primer at all. So if you do decide to purchase this foundation, I definitely suggest that you put it on with primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the cheek area. It's looking really good. Pores wise, looking good on both sides with and without the primer. No primer on this side, but I do feel like on the chin area it's looking a little bit on the cakey side, and it did wear off here and then a little bit on the nose. So I wasn't actually touching my face or anything like that. It just, I don't know, it just wore off of the nose, maybe because I was really oily. But when I did blot, I didn't see any foundation on there, so really don't know how it ended up wearing off. But I do like that it does have SPF in it. I definitely do feel like if you do have drier skin, maybe this would be better on your skin, because like I said, with the oils, it just really came through. But that was kind of like within the last hour or so that the oils really ended up coming through. So I don't know, you guys, I'm kind of iffy about this foundation. I'm gonna keep trying it, but I really don't like cakey foundation. I will keep trying it with the primer. So again, a little bit iffy. I do like the way it feels on the face. It feels very lightweight, so I'm definitely gonna keep trying this foundation on. The only thing that I don't like is that it's very, very light, even though this is the deepest shade. So again, just bear in mind, if you do end up, you know, looking into these, if you do have very fair skin, I definitely suggest you look into Etude House foundations or any Korean foundations at that, because they do range in the lighter side of things. So again, kind of mixed with these. I do like it, but I don't like the cakiness. So I hope that review was a little bit of help. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.